All right, if you want to miss, I'm on the I-65 North, and you want to miss all that crazy Louisville construction and save yourself a ton of time, aggravation, a lot less traffic, we're going to take the Bluegrass Parkway almost to Lexington, every mile of the Bluegrass Parkway, and I'm going to show you how to go around all that Louisville traffic, and then we'll drive on a little 2-lane road, then we'll go to Georgetown, north of Georgetown, and get on 75 north and go to Cincinnati. All right, right now we're also getting ready to make a video of every mile of the Bluegrass Parkway. So I'm on I-65 North. I'm taking exit 93 to get on the Bluegrass Parkway East. And we're going to drive every mile of the Bluegrass Parkway from Elizabethtown almost to Louisville. It's about 70 miles. The Bluegrass Parkway is a beautiful road. Yeah, and also with this video, I'm making another video with this video. I'm showing how to miss all that crazy Louisville construction backups. People are getting stuck in Louisville for 3 hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. So if you come this way, you're going to be basically in no traffic for most of the way until you get back on I-75. And you won't get in all that construction work. And I have suffered and suffered and suffered in that construction on I-65 North and on the Gene Snyder Parkway and the Watterson Parkway. And then even if you keep on going north and you try to just get on 71 and go east to Cincinnati, it's horrible. But if you come this way, I think it's only about 10 miles further. And even if you're in a semi, you can take a semi this way. You will beat that horrible experience and maybe get to see something different. There's some beautiful long hills on this Bluegrass Parkway. And this first hill is probably the biggest. It's a couple of 3 miles long. I'm getting a few drops of water on my windshield. It's 10:30 a.m. It is December 28, 2025. And it's saying it's 67 degrees right now, but it's supposed to start getting really windy and drop down to about 25 degrees. Now, I'm heading today basically to Pittsburgh, to Weirton, West Virginia. So I don't know if that storm's going to catch up with me or not. But if it starts raining, I'm just going to keep on filming because I want to make this film and I'm going to finish it, no matter the consequences. hurry up to mile marker 5. Yeah, it said it was 82 miles to Lexington, but the Bluegrass Parkway, it ends about mile marker 68, I think. It's only 68 miles long. Look at them big rocks up there. It took them a lot of dynamiting to cut that road down. I've been across here 1,000 times, so. But I really haven't been off. I've been off a lot of the exits. I can tell you what's on a lot of these exits, but if you're watching this video to go around Louisville, this will be a real treat for you. And if you're watching this video just to see the whole Bluegrass Parkway, that'd still be a pretty good time. I have to say that the wind is starting to it's supposed to be up to 45 mile an hour winds today, hit up where I live in Weirton, and like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay in front of that today or not. I doubt it. So some of this, I'm actually filming all the way home today. I'm not just filming this film. This is the all the miles of the West Kentucky Parkway. Not West Kentucky Parkway, excuse me. And I can't even edit that out. So this is the Bluegrass Parkway. I just got off of the West Kentucky Parkway. I just filmed the whole West Kentucky Parkway. Now I'm filming the whole Bluegrass Parkway going east. And in another video, besides this one, or if you're watching that one, I'm showing you how to go around Louisville. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going by exit 10. There's not a gas station or nothing here on exit 10. That's Highway 52, New Haven, Boston. You'll have to drive a few miles either way to get to a gas station. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking that, believe it or not, probably the first time that I was ever on the Bluegrass Parkway was back in 1991. And I lived in western Kentucky, Catawba, Kentucky, and I actually I was a commercial fisherman for mussel shells. And somebody come up here on the Kentucky River. It's a long story. I'm not going to tell the whole story right now, but up here in Versailles, Kentucky, by Lexington, is Kentucky River. And below Lock 5, people were catching a lot of mussel shells. So I pulled my boat all the way up here, and I caught mussel shells until I couldn't carry no more of them. I had my truck completely full, and probably about 3,000 pounds. There was some good times back then. I caught mussel shells. There was a couple of times when I couldn't sell them, but I've done it for about 20 years. Driving a 2022 Tacoma pickup truck. It's two-wheel drive, and it has the little bitty four-cylinder motor in it. But like I got it on cruise control. We're going 75 miles an hour, but it has that radar on it. And man, when you pull behind a vehicle, it's got Jake brakes. Yeah, being we're only going to be on here 68 miles, this video is not going to be that long. It's only going to be about an hour long. All the miles of the Bluegrass Parkway, we already went 15 miles. Yeah, when I was on that mussel shell trip, when you caught mussel shells, you had you took a hole saw and you cut a circle in it. Like, take a piece of aluminum, we weren't supposed to, but like a road sign, and cut a 2 3/4 inch hole in there. And if the mussel shell, if it didn't go through that hole, it was big enough to keep. But if it went through the hole, you had to throw it back. So the game warden showed up on that very first trip. I had 3,000 pounds. I had a big boat. I had 3,000 pounds of mussel shells in my boat. And they put every one of those shells. They tried every one of those shells. And they did find 2 shells that would go through that ringer. But they touched both sides and they didn't give me a ticket. But my fire extinguisher, this was 1991, the fire extinguisher I had wouldn't work. It had like a green button at the top of it. If you push that button and it come back up, your fire extinguisher was good. If you push that button down and it didn't come back up, your fire extinguisher was no good. So they pushed the button on it. It was no good. And they wrote me a ticket for like 57 bucks. Well, I didn't pay it, and I got a letter in the mail a couple of months later said they was going to put a warrant out for my arrest and all this stuff. So guess what? I couldn't pay that ticket fast enough. We're going across the Beach Fork River. Looks like a creek to me. I wish y'all could see down there. That's one thing I don't like about these videos. You really can't see as much as I can. We're at exit 61. This is where Heaven Hill Bourbon Distillery is. I've been off this exit. I've been by those distilleries. It's completely awesome. So Kentucky Railway Museum, Old Bardstown Villages, Bardstown. The movie The Kentuckian was filmed in Bardstown, Kentucky. Yeah, if there's anything you want at this exit, like say you're coming up from Nashville or something, you want to go around Louisville, you can get off right here and buy anything you need. And you know, if you want to drink and drive, I guess you can buy some bourbon. Yeah, there's like anything you would ever want here. One thing about this road is, if you like to see layers of rocks, this is a place to be, because they cut a lot of rocks. They blasted a lot of rocks to make this road. And if you love looking at all them layers, it's amazing. We're going over the Beach Fork River. So the Beach Fork River, they filmed a lot on it in the Kentuckian. And I think the scene where the paddle wheel boat is down on the Green River. Down by Owensboro. I could be wrong, but I'm close. And there's another Bardstown Springfield exit down here. There's plenty of places to eat and go to at that other exit, but now this exit 25, I mean, I used to stop at Long John Silver's here, McDonald's, Cracker Barrel, Chili's, Fazoli's, Taco Bell. Yeah, if you get off the last exit and go north, you'll go, there's a distillery. You go down one hill and go up a hill and you're there. And the Maker's Mark distillery is off of this exit. I've been there too. exit 25. Yeah, you can see the Cracker Barrel over there. I know, I think there's a Sam's Club there, Walmart. Yeah, if you're watching the video how to go around Louisville to avoid all that traffic, this is the way to go. And you might also be just watching the video all miles of the Bluegrass Parkway, and you're looking at a beautiful road. exit up to exit 34. Springfield, Bloomfield exit, 2 miles. We will have to see if I've ever been on this exit or not. This is where you go to Lincoln's, I guess it's the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln. And I think that's north of here, because if you're over on 71, I think they got the same kind of sign. The exit says they got food and stuff here, but it's nothing, and it's not any fast food places. I'll have to get up here and look to tell you if I've ever been off here, off this exit before. Never got off here before. It's got 2 cloverleaf exits. I can't see the gas station, so I don't know which way to tell you to go. Well, the road has been kind of wet, but now I don't know if it was real wet, but it's really dry now. I'll be kind of glad to get back to my house. I haven't slept in my own bed all week. I've been down to my mom's. I went down to my mom's on Monday. Back tonight, I get to see my lady Charlene and pet my little puppy dogs. if you study the roads, like if you like to look around or study the road building, like over here on the left and the right, you can see they had to cut and blast out for the road. And what they do is they would bring all that debris down here to make the levee to put the road up. Of course, they got a bridge right here, but so usually when they build a road, whatever they cut out, blast out, or whatever, they take that somewhere else on the road, and that's what they use to make the levees with. It's pretty neat. It's pretty efficient, actually. So we're up to exit 42. Exit 42 has a marathon. This also goes to Green River Lake, which is a very nice, beautiful lake. That lake will be south of, we're heading almost straight east here on Bluegrass Parkway. The lake will be south of here. I've been to that lake many times. And you can see that marathon. You know, you can stop there in a semi. So if you're in a semi watching this, you can take exit 42. You can go up there. You can buy diesel. You can get something to eat. They have diesel fuel. They got a couple of diesel fuel islands. It's a good place to stop. Nothing super special or nothing, but I'm not going to edit this out. This is going to be about a 45-second pullover, and then we'll get going again. Sorry for the inconvenience. All right, we're getting ready to go again, man. There's a bunch of cars getting ready to come by here. I guess all these people are going home from Christmas because today it is 11 o'clock, December 28th, 2025. All right, we are rolling. Now there's hardly any cars out here. 34 miles from Frankfort, 40 from Lexington. So the Bluegrass Parkway ends. It's only about 65, 68 miles long. But we're going to end the Bluegrass Parkway video right after it ends, and where you turn, we're going to turn left right before the castle. There's a castle up here. Somebody built a castle right before you get to Lexington, and they never finished it. And it sat there for 20, 30 years. You can Google it. I don't know. I've never been inside, drove by it 1,000 times. But somebody finished it. Now you can go in there. And that's pretty cool. Heading into Anderson County, Kentucky, east on the Bluegrass Parkway. We're going by a mile marker 45. We're 45 miles east of Elizabethtown. That car there would like to be going the same speed. I think they were basically going the same speed as me. I think they probably sped up a little bit to get around me. That's cool. Alright, the next exit is exit 48. Yeah, it takes you to Highway 62. And believe it or not, Highway 62, if you watch my other video where I done the whole WK Parkway, I started out on 62 in Catawba, Kentucky today. I left, I was at the Huck's truck stop, exit 40, 24, right there on 62. Got on 24, and got on the WK Parkway off of 24. So this is Willisburg, exit 48 to Highway 53 and 62. And 62 would be north of here, for sure. Probably not very far. We're getting ready to go down a great big hill. And we're going to go across the Kentucky River. It's beautiful. I will tell you that right now. Yeah, we're supposed to have some really big winds today, up to 45 miles an hour. Caldwell Road. We're going underneath Caldwell Road. Yeah, while I'm making this video, if you're watching all the miles of the Bluegrass Parkway video, east, Elizabethtown, east to almost Lexington, Versailles, Kentucky, basically. I'm driving all the way back to Weirton, West Virginia today. So I'll have other videos you can watch if you wanted to. I make a lot of bicycle riding videos. I got an e-bike. I got a Surly skid loader e-bike. And I got a camera that I put on top of my helmet, and there's one trail, it's 150 miles long. I got every inch of it on there. You can ride the Great Allegheny Pass with me all the way from Cumberland, Maryland to Pittsburgh, to the water fountain at the point in Pittsburgh. It used to be a railroad, the Great Allegheny Passage. And that railroad line shut down, I think, around 1979, 1980. And then it was turned into a rails to trails. Pulled up all the railroad tracks. I don't know if all the big rocks are still underneath there or not. All the railroad ties are gone. It's got check gravel on it, and it's a wonderful place to ride a bicycle or go for a walk. And another one I really like is the Ohio and Erie Towpath Trail. And it starts over in New Philadelphia and goes all the way up to Cleveland. And I rode that whole trail. Filmed it both directions. I film these trails in both directions because I go out by myself, and what I'll do is I'll just pick a spot and say Myersdale, PA, and I'll go to Myersdale and I'll park there. It's a beautiful place. They got an old railroad station there, and I've got 4 batteries for my e-bike. My bike it doesn't have a throttle. It's just assist, so you have to pedal to make it go. It just assists you. And I'll ride, say, 20 miles one direction, say to the east on the Great Allegheny Passage, and then I'll ride back to my truck, and that's 40 miles out, 420 out, 20 back. Then I'll take those batteries off and put 2 more batteries on my truck. I'm at my truck, and then I'll ride 20 miles the other direction north and 20 miles back, and that'll be an 80-mile day. I've got 40 miles of the trail videotaped in both directions. And I'll just keep doing that until I got it all filmed in both directions. All right, this exit, you got the Four Ross Distillery, the Four Roses Distillery, Wild Turkey Distillery. Exit 59, this is the Versailles exit. Well, this exit's really grown over the years. When I first came back up here in 1991, I took this exit to go commercial mussel shell fishing. There was nothing here. I mean, when you turn left right here, there was nothing here. It's about, I don't know, 20, 25 miles to Frankfort from here. Highway 127 north. Now, I'm going to have to say that I had my distances wrong. I thought this was going to be the Versailles exit, but it's not. Now, we're going to go down a hill here in a little bit and go across the Kentucky River. And I think exit 68 is the Versailles exit. I apologize. But you're still seeing the hole. Even though I had it a little bit wrong, we're okay. Bluegrass Parkway. We're just cruising along. Yep, Versailles, 11 miles. Yeah, see, I thought exit 58 was the Versailles exit, but it's exit 68. It's only 10 miles long. Like we're gonna have to slow down and get over it, no problem. I tell you what, you just don't want a ticket in a construction zone. It's a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is it right here. This is a beautiful hill right here. They done some major dynamiting to cut this out. This is absolutely gorgeous. When you get down here to the bottom, oh, they're going switching sides. Yeah, down here at the bottom of the hill, this is Kentucky River. This is between lock 5 and 6 on the Kentucky River, in case you wanted to know. I caught mussel shells at both of those locks. Looks like they're doing a lot of work to the bridge. Wish you could see the river. It's muddy and it's got a little bit of current in it. down, you got to come back up. Well, think about it, usually when you're going down a hill or a mountain or whatever, when you get to the bottom, there's going to be a creek or a river down there. Moving along, the sky looks like it's clearing up a little bit. That is, that's a that bores holes under roads, so you can put pipes and stuff in there. Those things are so cool. Marker 66. Well, the full Bluegrass Parkway video will be over with pretty soon. I'll still be filming after this video is over. I'm filming another video, of course, you've been watching. I'm filming how to go around Louisville. This is a Versailles, Kentucky exit. If you're driving a truck, if you're driving a semi and watching the video how to go around Louisville by taking the Bluegrass Parkway and taking the 2-lane over to Georgetown and going north, if you're driving a semi, you want to take the Versailles exit and turn left and go north, and Google will take you over to 70, Interstate 75. But I'm in a pickup truck, so I am not going that way. It's not a hard, I went that way in a semi a bunch of times. It's easy. So the Bluegrass Parkway ends up here in 2 miles into Highway 60. And we're going to go down a couple more miles. That's where this video is going to conclude. We're going to stop the video at the castle, the Bluegrass Parkway video, because I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to take the 2-lane over to Georgetown and get on 75 and go north to Cincinnati, because I am going around Louisville. I'm showing people how to go around Louisville today also. That sign right there says the parkway ends in 1 mile. Freeway, the Bluegrass Parkway ends in 500 feet. All right. Now, almost, we are. All right, the Bluegrass Parkway just ended. Elizabethtown to Lexington. Yeah, just right down here a little bit, you'll come to Man of War, and that'll take you down to the airport and stuff. So this concludes the Bluegrass Parkway video. And when you get to the end, it dumps you off on 60, and they make some killer donuts in there. I can tell you that. That is a really good place to stop. Now to keep on going, I'm going to go down here to the castle. I'm going to turn left. So if you're watching the video how to go around Louisville, going down the Bluegrass Parkway, we're going to take Highway 1967. We're going to turn left right here before the castle. And this is going to take us over to I-75 North. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that big castle over there or not, but if you drive this way, you definitely can. Let's see. All right, looks like the castle's open, so we're gonna drive up here to the castle, and I'm gonna. There she is. Look at that in all of her glory. Look at that. Oh, they got a hotel here. Hotel, Castle Farm Restaurant, events, touring, the Kentucky Castle Spa. That sounds like fun. it's all inside that fence right there. So right now I'm setting up my all right, I just got my map set up to go over to Georgetown. Goodbye, Castle. Now we're going over to Georgetown. North of Georgetown, actually. Yeah, I have to admit, when you watch this part of the video, it's this is a pretty narrow road, and like I said, if you're watching this video and you're driving a semi, I would suggest getting off at 68 at Versailles exit, or you could go on down and get on Man of War and go over to I-75. I prefer going this way because it's just so beautiful. I mean, you are going through the heart of horse country here, through the horse farms. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that rock. All them rocks on making that fence right there. Those flat rocks were laying in the fields when people moved in here to start trying to make fields around here back in the 1700s or whenever it was. So they didn't really know what to do with all the rocks, so what they done was they just started making fences out of them. There are a lot of those fences around here. Yeah, when I went down to my mom's last Monday, I went this way. And there's also an amazing dam over here that the water's flowing over. Man, it's beautiful. I'm going to stop today. I'm going to film that with my other camera. My GPS says that it's 55 mile an hour through here. Man, that would be insane. I'm not going to try that. Oh yeah, man, these horse farms are beautiful. The money they spend around here Shoot, the horse barns around here are nicer than your average person's house in America, let me tell you. It's a real treat to get to come this way, and you'll miss all the traffic. You'll get to see some beautiful parts of Kentucky. I'll tell you what, all you got to do is, when you get to that castle, when you get to the end of the Bluegrass Parkway, get in the left lane, then you'll see the castle. Turn left right before the castle. And if you've got your GPS on, or your phone or whatever, as soon as you turn on there and you drive by that castle driveway, it'll switch it to this route right here. Some kind of farm, I didn't get the name of it. It says it's got an office. Man, these trees are so old. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm just enjoying these views. I'm just looking around. You got to drive through here so you can just see around. Oh my goodness. Oh, that house, you can't see it. There's a house over there. It had to be built in around 1800 would be my guess. And I am seeing some horses. Oh my goodness, are they beautiful? That horse is so beautiful. I don't know if there's a bunch of horses there, and the front of us right there too. I don't know if you can see them or not. What a treat, what a treat, what a treat. Yeah, up here, when we get to this stop sign, it's junction 1681. Wow, look at that. That's got to be a church. Got to be a church. Yeah, we're going to turn right here and immediately turn left. It's the Mount Vernon Baptist Church, built in 1822. Well, that's a long time ago, isn't it? Then we need to immediately turn right here. Wow, look at that. They gotta go, don't they? Bicycle, tractor, share the road. Oh, I wouldn't ride my bike on this. I'd get run over. It's turned out to be a beautiful day. You know, this is December 28th. It's 11:30 in the morning. I'm behind that castle in Frankfort, Kentucky, and I'm going around Frankfort to get over to I-75, and I'm actually going to be coming out north of Georgetown too. So look at all that traffic and stuff I'm missing. Also, I'm making a video how to go around Louisville. It's only 10 miles further. It's beautiful. And we are in the middle of horse farm. Oh, over there. There's about 50 horses right over there. I wish y'all could see them. Congested area. Welcome to Zion Hill, Kentucky. All right. Yeah, the GPS says it's 25 miles an hour through here too. All right. There's some kind of big creek or river right there. When we get this next stop sign, we're going to make a right. Right down here is where that spillway is. Now, if I see a place to stop, I'm going to stop and videotape it. But private property, no trespassing. If you look down there, you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. Look at the very bottom right hand of the screen. It is beautiful. It says private property, no trespassing. There's also only a one-lane road here. I tell you what, it'd be dangerous to get out there and film it, so I'm not going to stop. Maybe you can see it down there in the bottom corner. Well, they got a white roof on that house right there, and that's the smartest color you could put on a house because it will not get hot. All right, next stop sign, we're going to make a right. It's a little breeze. Oh, we're on Highway 62 right here. Isn't that cool? Believe it or not, I started out this morning on Highway 62 all the way down in western Kentucky. All right, we're not going to be on here long because we're going to make a left right here. Awesome. Oh, we still are on. We're still on 62 East too. Cool. we're going to go over I-64 here in a few moments. I see it way up there. And then we're going to have to circle around. I'm not sure how, it's not much further around to I-75. I tell you what, you want to slow down for these railroad tracks because you'll do some Blues Brother jumping right here. Look at that, now hiring. I think that said Saddle Sore Distillery. Now that is really cool. They planted trees on this farm. I don't know if you can see all them green things over there in that field, but they're all. So right now we are going over I-64. You know, and I mean, you could take I-64 down to 75 north if you wanted to, but I don't want to, because I know it's a lot closer, a lot less miles to go this way. Yep, it says Georgetown straight ahead. Oh, it's beautiful out here. What a beautiful day. Matter of fact, we're going to go around Georgetown also. We're not going to go into Georgetown. Those were some beautiful horse farms. That's like a real expensive section of the world. Old Friends Farm, 07 of a mile. I'm seeing a bunch of farms here on the left. Oh, there's horses everywhere on the left right here. Oh my goodness. Nothing but horses. I can't believe what I'm seeing over there. There's just like so many fenced in areas, like hundreds of little fenced in areas in that field over there. I mean, you can isolate so many animals. It's insane. Yep, you want to turn left right here. And this is the bypass that goes around Georgetown. So what'll happen is when you go left here, you just won't have to go through town. And if it's like, this is Sunday, you know, so I could probably go straight here and be okay and go through town. But if it's a weekday or something like that, you know, you want to go this way. That way it'll keep you out of all the traffic. Yeah, we're just going to circle the outside of town, and then we'll get on I-75 north. It's kind of amazing to me how people don't, you know, bother to discover stuff like this. Most people would just go on down to Man of War and go around and to 75. And this way here is just so much closer. It's so much easier, especially if it was a weekday. Now there's a bunch of cows up there on the right. I actually kind of like cows better than horses. I've never had any horse meat. I know you can buy it here in America. I've never bought any and cooked it. Probably never going to. But I tell you what, I think that hamburgers are delicious. And I also think cows are pretty. And if you raise them as a pet, they're really sweet. It's kind of hard to eat them after that, but you know, a guy one time he bought a calf for like $5 or something that was blind, and he took it home and raised it, and man, when it come time to take it to the slaughterhouse, he was one sad man. But it'd be kind of hard to have a blind cow for 20 or 30 years, however long they live. So we're going to make a right here onto 32. It seems like usually go around this thing. Yep, that's how I go. I keep on going, and then yeah, because you turn there, you're going to go into town and stuff. So isn't this sweet? You can just, I know I'm not really showing you how to do it. I don't know how to put the map on my video, but if you just look at Google Maps or whatever, or like I said, when you turn at that castle, it'll basically, your GPS will take you through here. Even if you end up going into town or whatever, if you can't follow my exact route. But my route's the best because I'll go around it all. Yeah, we're not very far from I-75 right now. We're going to go around a long sweeping right-hand turn, and we should pull right in onto I-75, and we're going to hop on I-75 North. Yeah, I see a truck stop over there with the big W's on big, not the W, but the big yellow M for McDonald's. All right, we're stopping at this stoplight, but it says the I-75 right there. There's the sign. Highway 25, north and south. It's a popular road. You could take 25 north right here. It'd take you, it'd basically take you to Cincinnati. I I've been that way before too. What's gonna stink is I'm getting ready to get back on I-75, then we'll have to start facing all that traffic and stuff again. That's gonna stink. So we got a pilot over there. There's a Casey's. I like Casey's. It's a nice place. I wouldn't mind buying fuel. See, I'm going on. All right, we're going to turn on to I-75 north. And we're going to head on to Cincinnati. We are doing the how to go around Louisville video. Like I said, there's only about 10 miles further. And all that construction in Louisville, you'll be stuck in that traffic for hours. Ooh, I'm seeing black clouds over there. Well, it don't seem like it's too awful busy. I try to do everybody a courteous and get up to, I accelerate to highway speeds before I get on the interstate. Well, we're on I-75 north. I'm not sure how far it is to Cincinnati from here. Yeah, well, I was getting ready to say back there, I wouldn't have mind stopping at that Casey's and fueled up. I got a little over a quarter of a tank, but Cincinnati, 63 miles. Too cool. We're on mile marker 131, so that means it's 131 miles behind us on I-75 to Tennessee. So good. Yeah, being it's a Sunday, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of people out here. Yeah, my truck, it does about 375 miles on a tank of fuel. Even though this is a video how to show you how to go around all that Louisville traffic, but I'm still going all the way to basically to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today. I live about 25 or 30 miles from the Pittsburgh Stadium. now it's saying it's 70 degrees out there. I know it's going to plummet down to like 20 degrees tonight. And that's like a 50-degree difference. Man, that's a lot. I'll tell y'all one thing. I'm gonna be glad to get home. I'm gonna be glad to see my lady Charlene, but also I got a couple of dogs that are a little bit over a year old, and I'm gonna be glad to see them too. There's a Loves and a Hardee's. Yeah, I'm north on 75 right now. Exit 136. There's a Loves and a Hardee's and a Speedco. Speedco, is that a truck wash? Yeah, let's see, Cincinnati, 56 miles. But it'll probably only be about 36 miles to where I-71 and 75 come together. And when these two roads, when 71 and 75 come together, it's an explosion of vehicles. Looks like we're getting a little traffic jam up here. Probably be able to get over here in a few moments. Slow down a little bit to get over. Join this line. Looks like that semi up there is going to slow us down too, because he got over also. Obviously there's something up here going pretty slow. Now I really don't know what's going on. That truck got over here in this left lane, and he's probably only can go 65 mile an hour, so that's okay. I don't really tailgate that much. I kind of hang back a little bit. People come around me and get in my hole. I usually leave some space, and there's always somebody wanting in there. We just hit Grant County, Kentucky. We're on I-75 North, heading towards Cincinnati. Here comes our first customer, going to get in my space. There they go. We're going to cut right in there. See what I mean? It's all right. I'll back off. Exit 144. I'm not even halfway back home yet. The TA truck stop, right before you get to Covington, is the halfway point. I got one over too. I'm signaling him to come over, but he's not doing it. We should be coming up on the arc encounter here pretty soon. You know, I left room for that truck to come out here, but he's not coming over, so. Trucks might not be welcome in the left lane. So. I'm not sure down here in Kentucky. I haven't seen any signs, no trucks in the left lane. It's all right. Yeah, I don't want to pull over until after I get north of Cincinnati. That way I'll be more than halfway home. It's 550 miles from my mom's house to up there where I live in Weirton by Pittsburgh. So if I wait until I get a little bit north, if I get north of Cincinnati to pull over and I fill up, that way I'll have some fuel in my truck when I get home. And I'll be over halfway there. Right now we're filming how to go around Louisville and not get stuck all that traffic. So this video, we got on the Bluegrass Parkway. When the Bluegrass Parkway ended, we turned left. It's about a half a mile down the road at the castle. And if you put it in your GPS, if you turn left there, it will change your route and it'll take you all the way around Georgetown. We went all the way around Georgetown. We never seen town. We turned left at that castle and we drove all the way to north of Georgetown, got on 75 north here. Wow, look at all the cedar trees up on them hills. should be going by the Ark Encounter here in a little bit. The full-size Noah's Ark Learning Center. Cincinnati, 36 miles. We are burning the road up. We've got a bunch of restaurants right here. Dunkin' Donuts, The Barrel, kind of pizza, Dry Ridge. We're in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Gosh, I love the Waffle House. This little Chevy dealer, you can stop and buy you a new rig right here on the road. I stayed in a motel room over there one time. That's when I went to the Ark Encounter. I don't think I blew by the Ark Encounter. It's a nice little green Chevy Sonic ST. I don't even think I remember Chevy Sonics. see where we're at. We're at mile marker 166. North, Cincinnati 27 miles, Covington 26 miles. Exit 171 looks like it has a bunch of goodies. Waffle House, McDonald's, Denny's. Exit 171, Verona, Walton. Scales open. Right. Well, we're in a pickup truck and, you know, we're not a business. We're just driving down the road, so. I guess I blew by. I guess I was paying attention to the traffic. I drove right by the ARC Experience. Oh, well, I mean, I wasn't going to stop or nothing. But I recognize where we're at right here. I mean, we're right. This is about where I-75 and I-71 come together. Probably be the next thing we come to. Because I stopped at that truck stop a bunch of times right there. So when these two roads come together, it's going to get busy. A little bit busy right now. Nothing like a weekday. Yeah, I-71 south, 1 mile. And this up here is the halfway point. It's 550 miles from my mom's house in Catawba, Kentucky, up to Weirton, West Virginia. And I'm just 5 or 6 miles from the halfway point because I know exactly where it is. So the way I'm coming, it's been 277 miles. 277 miles. So the way I came I'm not sure how much further. So 275 plus 275 that's 550. I think it's only about 10 miles further to go the way I came today than it is to go up on Independent Louisville. I could be totally wrong. But now if you have to wait 2-3 hours, 4 hours in traffic, you know, going around the way I came, going through, go down the WK to the castle and turn left and go around to Georgetown, you know, you're not going to get stuck going that way. And plus, the Bluegrass is such a pleasure to ride on. There's never any traffic on there.
Better like, subscribe, and comment on the video.
They're headed towards you. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't have time.
They're gonna bite me?
Sorry. They're just
excited?
Yeah, they're just excited.
Well, they don't seem like they're trying to bite me now.
She has a little bit of leash aggression. Stop it. Sorry.
All right, it's okay. Well, this should be pretty interesting.